What it do? What it do, brother? Trying to let a few people get up in here. Ah, garage talks tonight. Not much. What's good with you, Ethan? What's good, Dylan? T-Mac, what it do? What it do? What's good with everybody? Man, that light's bright. I need to get better light in here. All right. Might have to turn that big light off. Shoot some different lighting in here so I don't have the glare. There we go. No, yeah, I figured you're the same Dylan that we've been seeing in here, bro. I figured you're the same Dylan. Yeah, man. Man, not much. Just chilling, bro. I figured I'd hop on live here a little bit. I have a few people that's been asking me in the comments of the edits I've been doing. Um, I've been posting a couple of edits of like who you got. I got two more to do for each the divisional weekend round. I've done the Chiefs versus the Texans, and I've done the Lions versus the Commanders. I've still got the Rams and the Eagles edit to do, and then I've got and I'm gonna forget the other two teams: the Rams, Eagles, Texans, Chiefs, Detroit, Washington. Who am I missing? Baltimore and Buffalo. So yeah, I've got those two more edits to do, and then I'll have my edits done for this weekend, and then I'll do them obviously again for the championship weekend, and then for the Super Bowl. But man, yeah, my next live was planned for Friday, so I've had a few people asking me to hop on live, so I figured I would hop on live for a little bit here tonight. I've been watching and keeping up with all the head coach search candidates and stuff for the Cowboys. I've got a list of coaches that I've been kind of looking at. I'm not sure everybody's talking about the Deion Sanders. I'm not sure if that's just Jerry Jones being a salesman and marketing something that he knows is going to take off in mainstream media, because I really don't feel like we're going to get Deion Sanders. One, he has like it's either a $6 or an $8 million buyout for college. So there's that. Plus, Deion's going to want more than 10 million. The Cowboys don't pay their coaches but 4 or 5 million. So I don't see that that's going to work. In my mind, it's more likely that we're going to bring in Kellen Moore, with like Jason Witten being the offensive coordinator and whoever. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of it though lately. I hope we beat the Rams. I hear you, Dylan. I hear you, brother. I'll be rooting against you, obviously. But man, I hope you're there for the game because we'll be live for it for sure. What's your opinion on Jesus? My opinion is he's Jesus the Almighty, brother. Jesus is King, but religious. This ain't a religious stream though or channel. We don't do religion. We don't do politics. We don't do spam, and we don't do personal attacks. We try to keep it cordial, mostly about sports, and then about supporting each other. Man, we all need to be able to support each other. What up, Rajat? Was good. Renewed. What's good with you though? Neptune. Was good. Neither, brother. Neither. Sports only. But welcome in. Welcome in. If you got some sports talks, we talking Dallas Cowboys head coach candidate search. But yeah, I really feel I don't know how the Jones are going to sell us Kellen Moore, because the fan base for the majority are going to be against that. So I'm not sure how the Jones are actually going to sell us on Kellen Moore coming back, but I feel like that's the route that they're going to go. They like to move in their comfort zone, and Kellen Moore's their comfort zone. Plus, to me, what that tells me is that tells me that he's hiring another yes man, um, because Jerry Jones knows that he can put his hand in the pot if Kellen Moore's the head coach. So that to me seems like it's the most likely possibility, and could also be the reason why we're not hearing much about interviewing coaches other than like they interviewed Robert Saleh, which may be an opportunity. Like if they bring in Robert Saleh as the defensive coordinator, Jason Witten as the offensive coordinator, and Kellen Moore as the coach, that seems like an option to me that would be probably in their comfort zone and be with the amount of money that they're probably willing to pay. Look like they're about to hire Sanders. That's what all the mainstream media is pushing, Roger. That's definitely what the mainstream media is pushing. Deion Sanders is it's either a $6 or $8 million buyout, just alone before he can even sign a contract. Plus, then you're going to have a 10 million plus contract. Jerry Jones generally we've been paying our coaches like 4 million, 4.5 million. He should do something like that. That'll put seats in the stands for sure. What up, Vito? What up, Walt? What up, Jalen? Claudia? Eduardo, what's good with all y'all? Welcome, welcome. Make sure y'all hit that like button as you tune in. Um, but yeah, to me, the comfort zone hire is going to be probably what he gets. I just don't know how he's going to sell that to the fan base and have us with hope like we're going to have a great season upcoming. I mean, I honestly don't think that next season is going to be a season that we're going to go straight to the championship. No, I think it'll give us next season at best. I think will give us hope for the following season in 2026, to where we might be able to actually be contenders and make some kind of playoff run. But I really don't know what they're doing. I know Jerry Jones is a master salesman, so I know the mainstream media is pushing the Deion Sanders, but that just doesn't seem realistic to me unless he's going to finally go all in, because that's just out of his comfort zone for sure. And he's going to have to give up with Deion Sanders. He's going to have to give up some type of control because Deion Sanders ain't going to play that. I'm not against Deion Sanders being head coach. I would like it. It'd be great for content. I'm not sure how to take it yet, quite as a fan, but as a content creator, it'd be great for content for sure. What up, Jalen? Philly what's that? Philly Menley? What's good with you? What do you think about Kellen Moore? I think that Philly. I think that's likely going to be the option. Honestly, I think the options are going to likely be Kellen Moore, head coach, Jason Witten, offensive coordinator, Robert Saleh, defensive coordinator. To me, that seems like the option that's going to fit Jerry Jones's comfort zone and his wallet. Because he knows with Kellen Moore, like I said, he knows he can put his hand in the pot and be meddling like he likes to do. My Super Bowl predictions is Bills and Lions with the W. Oh man, I'm doing all right, Vito. Hopefully you're doing all right as well, bro. Appreciate you. What up, bro? Average. All right, enough talking. Man, this is about football, brother. This is about football. But hey, man, make sure y'all tap that like button as you tune in. There's about 50 of y'all in here, so please go ahead and tap that like button. I've got a list of coaches here that I've been kind of writing down. Who I personally want would be Aaron Glenn. That's my number one on the list. Aaron Glenn. Can't really read it, but Aaron Glenn. There's Vic Fangio as number two. Ben Johnson. I really would probably prefer Ben Johnson at the number two and Vic Fangio probably at the three. Then Kellen Moore is at the four spot. Rex Ryan is at the five spot, and then you got uh, Jason, these are just now they're in no type of order. They're just names. Rex Ryan's really a name. He's not in an order either. Rex Ryan, Jason Witten, Nick Saban, Deion Sanders. Now Deion Sanders, if that's a real option, that would probably be up there with like the number two or number one pick. I would probably put him up at the top if that was a real option. I just don't see it. After Deion, there's Mike Tomlin, Doug Peterson, Jesse Mentor, and then obviously Robert Saleh. But yeah, that's my list of 12 head coaches that I think are worth looking at and think that are gonna fit the bill for what possibly could happen. But yeah, what up, Shaylee? What's good with you? What's good, Walt? JM, what's good? Kellen Moore, to me, seems like the more likely option. I agree, JM. What up, Nazir? What's good with you? Yeah, please hit that like button as y'all tune in. Let everybody know. But yeah, that definitely seems like it's going to be more like the option to me. It also makes sense for why you haven't seen any other head coaching interviews other than Robert Sala is because maybe the head coach that they're actually wanting is in the playoffs and has a game this weekend. Maybe we see interviews after this weekend. Who knows? Um, but yeah, my likely, they're throwing Jason Witten's name around a lot too, down in Dallas. So I don't think that he would be a head coaching candidate. I think they if they brought him in, he would probably be the offensive coordinator or something like that. But Jason Kellen Moore, head coach, Jason Witten, offensive coordinator, Robert Sala, defensive coordinator, or Mike Zimmer, defensive coordinator. I think those are the. I think that's honestly the list of who's probably going to be coach. I literally think it's probably going to be Kellen Moore as the head coach, Jason Witten as the offensive coordinator, and either Robert Sala or Mike Zimmer at the defensive coordinator. I don't know if Mike Zimmer comes back though for a coordinator position because I think that he probably wants the head coach. His name probably should be on this list. I know he was wanting to retire though, so but you give him 4 or 5 million, I think Mike Zimmer comes back. Uh, last patch. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, bro, but that ain't what we about over here, brother. That ain't what we about over here. We Who Kellen Moore? He good. I mean, we know Kellen Moore. We know a lot about Kellen Moore. As we had Kellen Moore over here since we drafted him as a QB. He was a backup QB for us. He then became the quarterback coach for Dak Prescott. He then became the offensive coordinator under Mike McCarthy. Then Mike McCarthy got tired of him. We let him go. He went to the Chargers, had a bad season over there at the Chargers, and then winded up over there in Philly with y'all. Before he winded up with y'all, he was scared to run the ball. He was scared to run the ball. I really feel like the Philly fan base definitely when they came together and were arguing like we need to run the ball. We got Saquon. We got a hell of an offensive line. Why are we not running the ball? And the head coach was having to answer. Nick Sirianni was having to answer questions about running the ball in post conferences and stuff. I think that really kind of forced the issue and made him turn into a coordinator that could run the ball. So I feel like that was a lot of it. But for sure, Jerry is all in. Robert Sala, yeah, he's on my list. I think that there's a possibility that he comes in. My opinion, Robert Sala is going to come in as our defensive coordinator. Ben Johnson would be really fun. Agree. I don't see it happening just because he's going to want that high. He's going to want above 10 million. I don't see Jerry Jones paying Ben Johnson what Ben Johnson's going to demand as the coach that he's probably going to be. I would love to have Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn, honestly. Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn from Detroit, I would love to have either one of them over here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When I miss anything, I'm trying to make sure I catch a couple chats here. Yeah, I got to go. All right, Vito. Catch you later. What up? GP, what's good with you? You like Dion's? I think it's likely. I think it's being pushed as a narrative. Hold on, let's switch earbuds here real quick. I think it's being pushed as a narrative for mainstream media. You know, the three-letter networks, four-letter networks. I think it's being pushed for them to be able to have something to talk about with the Cowboys. I don't know that it's a viable option because, like I said, Deion Sanders I would like to have him as a head coach as the Cowboys. Um, I'm skeptical on it, but I think that there's like a $6 or $8 million buyout that they would have to pay to Colorado. Jerry Jones would have to pay to Colorado, and then you're also going to pay him 10+ million a year. I mean, I don't know how viable that is. I would I want to do that? Yeah, that'd be great. I just don't know that that's going to be something that Jerry Jones is going to do. I know they're talking. I know that that's been reported that they've been talking. I know Deion Sanders is interested. I know he's also seeking a contract from Colorado right now because he wants more money from Colorado. Super Makeup Bros. That's not what we do over here in this channel, brother. It's all about sports, my boy. When the backups are in, you see more classic, more scheme. No, when the backup quarterback was in, that wasn't a Kellen Moore scheme. Kellen Moore never ran the ball. I'm gonna tell you that. If you go look, Kellen Moore when he was a Cowboy and a Charger, he ruined Austin Eckler over at the Chargers, by the way. But when he was a Charger and a Dallas Cowboy, when he ran the ball, he would run it a couple times in the first quarter. If it didn't have phenomenal success, or even really if it did have phenomenal success, he would revert back to his old ways, which he was brought up under Shanahan, not Shanahan, Scott Shanahan and the Boise State. So what he would revert back to was throwing the ball. Ellen Moore was more of a throw the ball type of guy. He didn't really start running the ball until he got to Philly with y'all, and the fan base kind of revolted and told him he needed to run the ball. What up, Daniel Berry, Nate Diaz, JM, Jalen, Season, as always. You know you, my man. Breaker Lyrics, what's good? Baker Lyrics, what's good with you? Jack the Ripper, what's good? What's good, man? We living life over here, everybody, man. Make sure y'all at least go tap that like button when you tune in. I'm gonna put a quick poll up just to see what y'all's opinions. Um, those four. So I'm gonna put that poll up with those guys there. Let me know what y'all think in that poll. See who you guys think. What's up, Gabe? What's good with you, brother? What's good? Ezekiel Elliott, not good for being not good. Not too good being dot set. No, no, yeah. Ezekiel Elliott's I think he could still be a decent running back if he had a very solid O line. Like if Ezekiel Elliott was running behind Philly's O line, I think he would have a hell of a game. I think he'd be able to run the ball just fine. I just don't think that if you have a bad offensive line like we did as a Cowboy, let alone we didn't really give him many opportunities. He wasn't a featured back, and that's why he wanted out of Dallas. That started like week 10. He literally started wanting out week 10. We released him week 17. But yeah, I think that he just needs a really good O line because he's at the back end of his career. Um, and he just doesn't have the burst to get to the tighter holes like he did when he was in his first 4 years. I salute to Zeke. The first 4 years, he was phenomenal for the Cowboys. We ran him literally into the ground, and then the next following years after that, we took carries away from him. Everybody said his uh, skills and his stats started to decline. So did his carries. Like we literally gave him the ball way less. So of course your stats are going to decline. But that also was part of like his body was kind of beat because we ran him in the ground, and he was always the one to initiate the contact. I got about the same, Gabe. He's putting up a poll. He's gonna. Yeah, thank you, Walt, for letting everybody know that. Yeah, that's not me muting you guys. That's just me. I do my. I put my poll up. I use the voice to talk or the voice to text to put it up instead of using the keypad, and It does mute the camera for a moment while I do that. But yeah, don't be mean. Double tap that screen. What up, Jeff? Hey, what's good with you, bro? But yeah, man. I'm definitely just excited that we got Mike McCarthy out the door. I wanted him gone the end of the season where we lost to Green Bay in the playoffs. I want him and Dan Quinn both gone after that playoff loss. And then coming into the off season, we did absolutely nothing. Let a ton of players go, didn't try to do anything to bring anybody in to revamp who we let go, let alone fix the problems we had that year prior because we had problems the year prior already. We couldn't run the ball, nor could we stop the run. So we didn't fix that. Then we let about I think it was like 9 or 11 players go, mostly on defense, Half of them went to the Commanders or the Redskins. My bad. And then we didn't correct that. We expected everybody in the draft to be able to start. We got a couple of starters. They're not like all world or nothing out of the this year's draft, but we can't rely on the draft to bring in starters that we need the following season. I think people from the draft need to develop for a couple of years before they become starters. What's good, Froggy? What's good, JA19 Clips? What's good with you? Well, you know what is about to happen. Hey, my cousin loves your content. She is going through some tough times. Please support genocide. Hey, man, definitely, man. Much love and thoughts go out to Jenna. Make sure, hopefully, everything goes okay with her. I'm making a collage of her favorite creators. It could be awesome. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome, man. Hopefully, everything goes okay with her, and hopefully, she gets through this dark time. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Okay, Kitty. What are you talking? Okay, Kitty. What are you talking about, Kitty Froggy? But yeah, man, I mean, it's been a. The media's been talking so much about it because as soon as we let Mike McCarthy out the door, it was reported that Jerry Jones called Deion Sanders, that there was mutual interest from both sides, and then it kind of died down. But that they were both interested is crazy and it's good for us. I don't know how realistic it's going to be, but for sure get Sandusky. I mean, I don't know. I think we either just had an interview today with Robert Sala, or there's an interview in the next day or two that's about to happen with Robert Sala. But I think that's just we're gonna bring in some people to do interviews. There's gonna do multiple interviews to figure out who they like. And it also is reported that we wanted Dan Quinn uh, from Atlanta before we even hired Mike McCarthy. We wanted him to actually be the head coach. We had to settle on McCarthy. And then we ended up the following year because that year Mike Nolan was a horrible defensive coordinator for us. We let him go that season. And then we brought Dan Quinn as the coordinator. What up, Zim Man? What up, Hinchman? What's good? What's good? I would like for Dion too. I mean, I agree with you, Walt. What up, Go Pack? She said for life. Dude said that Sandusky, man. I was reading the comment. That's a name I haven't heard yet for this. It'd be crazy. That's just crazy. Neon Dion. Yeah, I mean, I like Dion. I like the thought of Dion. Again, I just don't know how realistic that is. Like I said, I really think then in my opinion, who if I had to pick who Jerry Jones was going to pick for the coaches of the Cowboys for next year, if I had to pick that today, my guess would be head coach Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator Jason Witten, defensive coordinator Robert Sala, and I really feel like that's where that would go. What up, Preppy? What up, JP World? Uh, I like basketball. I don't do a whole lot of content on basketball, though. This is mostly football. We do WWE as well. What up, Kelly? Or Kayla? Sorry. But yeah, it's crazy. I know we're not going to get Shador, though, JP World. Shador's not happening. And honestly, I don't want Shador. I don't even think he should be a first round draft pick, honestly. My personal opinion. I think his in pocket awareness is horrendous. I'm scared for him at his in pocket awareness. Now, outside the pocket, I think that's where he makes his magic happen. I think that's where he gets his money is outside the pocket. But when he's in the pocket, he has no awareness, and yeah, I am picture him getting hurt, and it's not good for him. I also don't see him as being like a top tier athlete either. I think he still has a lot of developing to do. Can you say hi, Peanut? Hey, Peanut, what's good with you? But I don't think that we've picked Shador. I think honestly, if we're gonna draft a Sanders out of the college, I think it's gonna be Shiloh. I think we pick Shiloh before we pick Shador as a cornerback, not a quarterback. What's good, Seattle? The Cowboys should get Pete. I don't want, yeah, as defensive coordinator. I mean that's more of an option. I don't want Pete Carroll as head coach though. No. Pete Carroll as head coach, I don't want. I don't want Mike Tomlin. I'm not really against Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson really ain't a bad idea, but do you like Donald Trump? I mean, yeah, I like Donald. I mean, I'm a blue collar, middle class construction worker. You tell me I drive a big pickup with 20-inch rims and 35-inch tires. You tell me who I voted for. But I have some Georgia fans, friends. Is Carson Beck a first round pick? I think Carson Beck is, but is Carson Beck ain't is he staying in college? I'm not sure. I do know that Ewing from Texas is actually declared for the draft. No politics, please double tap that screen. Yes, sir. Whoa, yes, sir. Make sure y'all double tap that screen for your boy. Hit that like button one time. But not much. NFL was good with you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Man, make sure everybody goes and taps that like button for me real quick. And then but yeah, as I would like Dion, but I don't think we're bringing Shador Sanders in. I don't think he should even be in the top. No, I mean, honestly, the top 32, I don't think he should be in there. Some people don't even have them on their day two board, honestly, from what I'm hearing from people inside other buildings about the scout, what their scouts are looking at. People have him more of like in the 60s for being picked. Yeah, that's what I say. He's going back to college. And then, like I said, I think Ewing's making a mistake. I think that he needs to go spend one more year in college. The truck is outside. I mean, it's dark out. And it's cold as balls. I'll pop the garage. Right now, my axle is being repaired. But you can see the truck's right there. But there's no rear axle right now. It's at my shop being repaired. And then I know you ain't going to be able to see my tires because it's dark over here. But I got big 20-inch rims and 35-inch tires over here on the side of the house. Right now, the stocks are on it because I'm trying to repair it. Oh, my daughter left her bike out too. Oh, I don't know where it is. It's all right. Close this garage door. It's cold enough in here already. Oh, freezing me out. Get me a soda truck. I've showed it before on Day Lives. So if you go check out, there's a 15-minute live stream where I'm outside. It probably just has my symbol, my logo as the thumbnail. That stream, I show the pickup truck, and it's in the daytime, so it's much easier to see. What up, Nathaniel? What's good with you? What's good? What's good? But yeah, I'm probably only gonna do like a 45-minute live because it's freezing out here and it's a little wild in the house. But yeah, man. See Ethan, he was dead ass. Yeah, I don't play. I don't tell lies. I don't play. Yeah, double R to the star. That's what we do, Jack Ripper. That's the main. But but yeah, it's this is gonna be quite the off season for the Cowboys for sure. What up, Steve? What it do? What it do? To Walt timed you out. I think it was because of that message you were talking about Kitty. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know you got timed out. I saw that the message got deleted though, but it's all right, bro. You here now? Sorry about that. What up, Gucci? Go. What's good with you? Nick Saban ain't coming back. No, I don't think. I'm not. I have Nick Saban on my list, but I'm not really for him. He had a chance in the NFL once, and it didn't work. I'm not really. I really don't want him. Cowboys fire the coach. Yeah, well, we didn't fire the coach, Ethan. We didn't fire him. What we did is his contract ran out and we didn't extend him. All right, so Mike McCarthy and the Jones, they had an interview about getting a contract extension. His contract ran out January 14th, technically yesterday. They had a meeting on Monday, the 13th, where Jerry Jones offered him a 1-year deal and like $500,000 more than he was making, so he would have been making like 4.5 million a year. Mike McCarthy wanted more years. He wanted a 4 or 5 year deal. He also wanted player control over the player injuries and whatnot. Jerry Jones wasn't willing to give that to him. They wanted to put him on a prove it year deal again, and they just couldn't come to an agreement, so they parted ways. There was no firing though. It was kind of a mutual. They just let the contract run out, let him walk out the door. Nobody was actually fired though. What's good, Bo Nix? What's good, country boy? What's good? What's good? Vrabel to the patient. Yeah, I would have liked Vrabel. I really would have liked Vrabel. But yeah, the Patriots got him. That's for sure. And it's crazy. Like the only thing that I would want really Pete Carroll for is I would want him to bring DJ Metcalf on over here because I think we need to get a good wide receiver opposite of CeeDee Lamb to help take some pressure off them, whether it's DK Metcalf, whether it's Cooper Cup, whether it's Tyreek Hill, someone like that. We needed to bring somebody in to help him. So good. To watch Tennessee versus Georgia basketball. Okay. Please, what Michael Irvin? Yeah, Michael Irvin's pushing. He's pushing for Deion Sanders. He wants Deion Sanders to be the Cowboys coach, and he obviously has conversations with Jerry Jones. He also always has conversations with Deion Sanders. So he's been talking about like how he's been on the phone with Deion, and he can't say too much, but there is interest from both parties. So I don't know how it's going to go or which way it's going to go. I really am leaning towards that they're not going to bring Dion in because, like I said, there's it's either a $6 or $8 million buyout for Colorado that Jerry Jones would have to pay that, and then on top of signing him, at least a $10 million contract. Because I don't see Dion taking less than $10 million when your most good head coaches right now are making 18, 16, 15. I just don't see him taking less than 10. What up, Vidnath? What's good? Which ain't seen you in a minute. What up, Darren? Do you really think that Deion Sanders, the coach for the Cowboys? Do I think he would? Um, I think he would if the opportunity and the option was right. It depends on what they're talking about. In my mind, like if I had to pick who Jerry Jones is going to hire, like I've said, it's going to probably be Kellen Moore as the DC. It's probably going to be Jason Witten as the offensive coordinator, and maybe Mike Zimmer or Robert Sala as the defensive coordinator. Froggy, you don't get to pick that though, brother. You don't get to pick that. But yes, sir, Bo Nix. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I would take Deion Sanders. My first option though would either be Aaron Glenn or Ben Johnson. I just don't think that we're going to pay what they're going to demand for a contract. I think that they're going to demand that 15 to 18 million dollars a year. I don't see Jerry Jones paying a head coach that. I mean, we've been paying Mike McCarthy $4 million, so Jerry Jones is cheap. I just don't see it. Man, somebody needs to go get Easton. He was begging me to get on live, and he didn't even show up. Bro, y'all please get him back. Hey, you tired of Kellen Moore already? Man, I was trying to push him out the door. And now it's looking like a high possibility that we bring him back. It's crazy work to me. It's crazy work to me. That I'm hearing Jason Witten talks. I do not want Jason Witten as a head coach. I love the man. I respect the man. I named my son Witten for a reason. But I don't think he's ready for a head coaching job yet in the NFL. He needs to go coach in college before he worries about coaching in the NFL. What's your thoughts? Do you think Mike McCarthy will go to Chicago Bears for head coach? I know he has an interview for Chicago, so it is very likely that he ends up in Chicago. Jack the Ripper, Gruden cannot be a coach in the NFL this year. He's dealing with legal issues, and the NFL will not let him sign with a team. So there is no possibility for no John Gruden as far as it stands for this year. I know he's dealing with what up, birds? What's good with you? I know he's dealing with some legal issues. I don't really know the full details on it. It's what I heard reported, but I know that John Gruden is not even an option. What up, Taylor? What's good? Yeah, I won't like the Cowboys if they get Dion, so y'all don't see me after we hire Dion. You know why? Froggy, you better still be showing up if we hire Dion. At least on my channel. Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. Don't flip out and change out on me. Rush will return. No, he won't. He's gonna follow Mike McCarthy to Chicago. I bet you. I bet you. I bet you he becomes Caleb Williams' backup. If Mike McCarthy signs with Detroit, with Chicago, I'm betting you that Kellen Moore becomes Chicago's backup behind Caleb Williams. What are your thoughts on Ben Ayers getting Ben Johnson? I think Ben Johnson is more likely going to go to the Raiders. Darren, that's what I'm seeing. What up, Steele? Man, I don't know how you got blocked, Steele, but I was going through my block list on my YouTube, and I saw you, and I was like, why is Steele blocked? I've been wondering where the hell he's been. But I unblocked you to make sure you can come back in because I didn't know why you were blocked to begin with. There's actually a couple people that I unblocked. The only person that's still blocked from this channel is Mr. K. And that's only because I just don't want him to bring the drama. Supposedly, he commented on my daughter's page this morning, and I had to have her block him or hide him from the page, is what they call it. What up, Steven? What's good with you? Bring prime time home and draft Ashton Genty. Man, it's a possibility. I just don't see that it's very likely. He's hid from the channel. He can't come into this channel no more. And then he tried to talk on my daughter's channel, and I was like, "No, you're blocking him. You're blocking him." And I like Best. Best is cool. He's one of my cool peoples that I like. And I hope that Best, stays away from him too. Honestly, I don't care if they're friends, but like, don't let him persuade him to come over here and talk about him like he needs to come back here because that ain't happening. So I hear Dallas Cowboys play Chicago at Soldier Field next night. Hey, that'll be great. That'll be great. I'm all for it. Yes, so birds. Yeah, I got him back. What up, Steven? Bring prime time. Dallas Rogers. What's good with you? No, we just talking football. I'm in my garage right now. A little bit of a man cave. You can't really see nothing. I, c- I'm not done getting it all set up in here, but yeah, I've got my couch and my TV, but it's got a workbench and then my weight bench. But I've got to get all this other stuff up out of my garage so that I can make it functional. And then I'm going to insulate the garage and make it so that it can stay warm in here and be heated in here. Because right now it's cold as balls in this place. But yeah, make sure you tap that like button. I appreciate everybody that's been in here. Man, we had 60 people in here for a minute. But yeah, I don't know if y'all were in here when I read off my list, but my list of coaching candidates for the Dallas Cowboys, not in any specific order except for maybe the top three or two, would be Aaron Glenn, one, Vic Fangio's number two, Ben Johnson, three, Kellen Moore, four, Saban, Deion Sanders, Mike Tomlin, Doug Peterson, Jesse Minter, Robert Sala, Pete Carroll. Those are the people that I think that are going to be possibilities. And if I had to pick today, like I said, my pick, my thoughts on who the Cowboys are going to actually pick, it's probably going to be Kellen Moore as the head coach. It's probably going to be Jason Witten as the offensive coordinator, and it'll probably be Robert Sala or Mike Zimmer as the defensive coordinator. Birds, man, not right now, not right now. I'm only going to be on here for like another 5 more minutes, Birds. Don't be mean, yeah. Please go double tap that screen for your boy. Froggy or a mid to late first round. Wait, what did I miss from Froggy? It will be Anthony Genty to the Eagles. And tush push. Genty doesn't need to go to the Eagles. Y'all have Saquon Barkley. Fuck, Steelers lost to PCSU. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Kellen Moore ain't going to Dallas. He's staying with us. Hey, you never know, man. We'll just have to see how it goes. Um, the thing about that though is Birds is if Kellen Moore is offered a head coach position, there ain't nothing that the Eagles can do. In the NFL, they promote promotions. So like another team can't come and take him and hire them as their offensive coordinator unless the Eagles release him. But if a team comes and hires him as their head coach, the Eagles can't do nothing about it because it's a promotion. What up? Make sure y'all tap that screen double time. But yeah, Hunter just being inappropriate, saying dumb stuff. I don't think he can, but I think that that's why they would bring in Jason Witten as the offensive coordinator and Robert Saleh as the defensive coordinator. Can the Spurs beat the Heat and pick up? I hope so. I don't really care for the Heat, and San Antonio Spurs ain't my team, but but I think they'd probably take them. But yeah, I mean, it ain't Genty ain't for the tush push. They don't use Saquon for the tush push either. Oh yeah, not a problem, bro. Not a problem. Your Sixers stuff. I hear you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start paying attention to more NBA basketball so that I can keep up with y'all on that content. What up, Brian Daniel? What's good? Supporter never in his lifetime has he called plays. How could he? He's a head coach in high school right now, and that's a name that's being brought up in Dallas. It's not a name that I'm just bringing out of the air. I'm not just throwing it in the air. I think that honestly, Dallas wants him as a head coach. I think they bring him as a coordinator to get him started. Kellen Moore never had an offensive coordinator job either before. He was our backup quarterback that Dak Prescott beat out for the job because he broke his ankle. And Dak Prescott went on a hell of a rookie year. And then they made Kellen Moore an offensive coordinator. He never had experience. Dallas is known for doing this. We also did it with Jason Garrett, a backup quarterback that we brought in as a coordinator, pushed him into a coaching position, and then eventually pushed him out the door. And if you ask me, my opinion, I think he needs to go coach in college first. I honestly think he needs to go to college and coach in the college before he becomes in the NFL. He is a high school head coach right now, but yeah, but the only thing is he understands how to. I mean, he calls plays for the high school team that he plays for. But yeah, like I said, I think he needs to go to college. Jason Witten isn't my pick. But that's something that the Cowboys would do. It makes sense for how the Cowboys act and how Jerry Jones is with only wanting to hire people in his comfort zone. The school is to do. Hey, it is. All school really trains you for is to be a warehouse or 100%. I agree with that. So I know there's going to be a little comes across the microphone because my headset died. I actually ordered a microphone, so I'm gonna have a clip-on microphone from now on. It should be coming in tomorrow, so it'll be there for the Friday stream. What up, Big Beefy? What's good with you, brother? What's good? Hopefully, everybody that just tuned in today, make sure y'all like and subscribe. We go live multiple times a week. This week, I took an extra day off as a break because the last 2 weeks I've been going 5 days straight, only taking 2 days off. So this week I'm taking Thursday off too, since there's no football on Thursday, and then we'll be live on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then we'll figure things out for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday again for next week. What up, NFL Productions? What's good with you, brother? What's good with you? I'm out of school at 15. How you get out of school at 15? But what's up with you, Beefy? What's good, brother? Hey, that's what's up, brother. I appreciate that, Brian. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, like I said, I'm not saying that I want Jason Witten to come and be the offensive coordinator. I just feel like if we bring Kellen Moore back, I feel like that's going to be a hire that happens. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. It's just that's in that comfort zone. Jerry likes to stay in his comfort zone. What up, McNugget? What's good with you? What's good with you, brother?
But yeah, we probably gonna be hopping off here now soon. I just wanted to come on and hop on. It's a shame. It's a shame that Easton didn't come in. He was begging me to come on. You're still stunned about the Minnesota loss, Sam? I hear you, brother. I knew it was going to happen. I called that before the game. I told everybody that Sean McVay was just going to have things dialed up that Minnesota wasn't going to be ready for. And they look unprepared as crap. And then Sam Darnold looked like he didn't know what to do. What up, Chiefs? What's good with you? Now, I made, so far, I've made 2 NFL edit shorts for the playoff games this week. I've got 2 more to make. I've got the Philly and LA game to make, and I've got the Baltimore and Buffalo game to make. I've already made the Washington and Detroit and Kansas City and Texans game. I've already made those to go vote on in the comments on who you guys think are going to win those games. Those have already been posted, so if you want, go ahead, go in there and go vote on those chats in the comments on who you guys think is going to win those games. And be sure to make sure y'all like those videos as well. They're just a couple 1-minute short edits. The next 2 I make might be a little less, might be more like 30 minutes. I'm picking the Rams too. Well, I agree with you. I thought the Rams were going to get smacked. Man, I tried to tell you guys, man. McVay, that boy a genius. And I didn't think there was any way that he was going to let Minnesota come in and walk on them. No Birds is... Yeah, Birds is... Yeah. Birds is still in middle school, 100%. I think he's 13 or 14. They might lose to the Eagles. I'm hoping for an upset, though, Dallas. I ain't gonna lie. I'm hoping for an upset. And who knows how it turns out. But yeah, we're gonna be hopping off here. Today I wasn't coming in for a long live. I was coming in really just to tap in with everybody because of the long days off here. What up, Eminem? Welcome back. Clover, what's good with you? But yeah, I was coming in to tap in with everybody and let everybody know some of the updates and thoughts that I had on this coaching search. And well, like I said, we'll have to see. I think that Robert Saleh being the only interview is mostly because the coach that they want is still in the playoffs. I feel like Kellen Moore is probably going to be the pick. I would like for Dion to come. I just don't think that that's going to be what pick is happening. I'm actually in 6th grade. Yeah, that's what... No, what are you in, 7th or 8th? Which grade are you in, Birds? You're probably in 8th grade, ain't you? I didn't say you were in 6th grade. I just said I think you're like 13 or 14. I was talking trash with a bunch of my... Oh, just kidding. I hear you, Steel. I hear you, brother. 9th grade? So, yeah, you in high school then. Yeah, we're up. Hey, it happens. Maybe I'm off about this coaching thing, too. Maybe Dion does get hired. I ain't going to say I wouldn't like it. Before I was saying that I didn't think it was going to happen, but that was mainly because I didn't want... I don't want Shedeur Sanders. I don't think he's even a first-round draft pick in my grade book. I think he's closer to the 50s, number 50 pick maybe. I think his in-pocket awareness is completely horrible. I think it's trash, and I think it was exposed highly. The last game that he was in, that bowl game, it showed it was scary for him. What up, Dawson? What's good with you guys? What's good with you? All right, so yeah, we got about 60 seconds, and I'm gonna be hopping off here. Dion is cancer. I don't know. Dion succeeded everywhere he went. Steel. He's been a success everywhere he's gone. So I can't say that. All I can say is that everything that Dion does is a show, and it's for the money. It's in his book. But everything he does is for the show. That's why he's always got cameras following him, which fits right in Dallas. Yes, sir, Taylor. Hopefully y'all all have a blessed night. Man, I love all y'all. Y'all are amazing. Like I said, the best community on YouTube. That's y'all. Jalen, don't let me catch you over there in another channel. It was funny. Right before I was in one football stream just showing love, Jalen's name pops up across. I'm like, man, get your ass back in my stream. Same thing happened with Philly Matt. I was in a video right before that, and Philly Matt was in there too. We were talking to some other guy. He was a Minnesota fan. So yeah, I hopped in an Eagles fan video just to show him some love, and I hopped in a Minnesota fans video to show him some love. But that Minnesota fan, that boy was delusional. Delusional. He's over there calling J.J. McCarthy Pat Mahomes, and that man never even took a snap in football other than the preseason for NFL. It was crazy. Man, but you got to think of what Colorado was before before Dion came. Colorado couldn't win a game. Period. He's changed that organization around for the better, and they're trending upwards. So we'll just have to see how they turn out. If Dion stays there, if he comes to Dallas, awesome. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. Like I said, I love all y'all. Y'all are the greatest community. I couldn't do it without y'all liking, comment, subscribing. Y'all are amazing. What up, DJ? Or Dre Lane? What's good with you? You came in a little bit late. We hopping off. But man, make sure you tune in Friday at 7:30 for the Natty game, and then we'll be on then. So like, comment, subscribe. It's all about y'all. DC for life, and double R to the star, boys. We out. One love.